Good morning, y'all. Now, this will be another video of my holiday menu. And so this morning, we're going to make a breakfast casserole. The reason I love breakfast casseroles, basically the same as a frittata or breakfast burrito, is that you can bake this up and then you can freeze these individually. These are fantastic for like the week. If your family's coming in for a week, these are great make-aheads for you to feed your family. Now, these are actually the potatoes I prefer in my, whether it's a frittata, burrito, or a casserole. I like to cut my own potatoes and bake them up first because I get to control the seasonings. I know tater tots are the easy way, or hash brown potatoes are easier. But these taste so good when you bite into a frittata or casserole and you taste a chunk of well-seasoned potato. You just can't beat that. So first thing, I have washed and dried these potatoes, and I'm going to cut them up into chunks. I'm going to cut them all to about this size, give or take a little bit. And then I'll be right back so we can season them. There we go. Probably, 1-inch chunks for the most part. You do want to try to get them, at least close to even in size so that they'll, bake evenly. You don't want some too done and the rest not done at all. To season, this will be to taste. So for me personally, I add onion powder, smoked paprika, again, to taste, however you like your potatoes, garlic powder, salt. Potatoes take a lot of salt. I'd guess, at least a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. Black pepper. You just really want to make sure each one gets coated in at least some of the seasoning. That looks pretty good to me. Now, we're going to take some of our bacon grease. So about 4 tablespoons. You already know how good this is going to taste. Just try to get at least, you know, a little bit of bacon grease on each potato. Ugh. I already know what this is going to smell like. Bacon too. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. All right. Then we'll grab my butter and my dish. I'll be right back. We're going to dump them out in the bake pan. You definitely want to take a spatula. Make sure you get all the goodie out of this bowl. Spread these out a little bit. Okay. I'll get that off in just a minute. Gonna add some butter. About that much. Managed to get the stuff all over my hands. Okay. The butter will just melt and ensure that these potatoes don't stick to the bottom. Now these will bake, I'd say, somewhere around 45 minutes, 30 to 45. There's my oven. And every 10 minutes, I will stir these up to ensure that they're not sticking, because they will stick, y'all. So I highly recommend you stir them, I say at least every 10 minutes. 425 for, again, somewhere to 30 to 45 minutes. Probably going to take 45 because I left these kind of, you know, little bigger chunks. And then while this is in the oven, we're going to fry up our sausage and get our onion and bell pepper cut up. I'm going to show y'all our potatoes. They're perfect. Nothing's stuck. Still just a little bit of bacon grease and butter in the bottom, which is great. We're going to use that for our eggs. That looks so good. See if I can find a little one. I know them will get burned up because these are straight out of the oven. I thought I saw a little piece. I did see a little piece. Okay. In fact, what I'm going to do, oh my gosh, that's good. I'm going to just spoon these out. I'm going to get a slotted spoon. I'm going to spoon these out, and then I'm going to pour this butter and bacon grease into a frying pan to saute our bell pepper and onion. And these cooked exactly 40 minutes. They're still hard. They still have their texture. I cut into that one as well. That one's broken. But these are perfect. Perfect. And they're delicious. Okay, I'll be back. I'm starving now. I gotta hurry up. Frying up a pound of mild breakfast sausage. And because this is mild, I'm going to add a little red pepper flake to it. Not a lot. Just want to give it a little bit of, just a little sense of heat. And the reason being is because normally when I make these, you know, casseroles or burritos or frittata, I try to put 2 pounds of meat in there because I want to make sure, you know, you get a bite of sausage and, you know, pretty much every bite that you take. But I only have 1 pound today, so I'm going to get this browned, and then we'll add in our onion and bell pepper. Okay, the same skillet I took the sausage out of, I poured out most of the grease. I left only maybe a tablespoon. I poured in our little bacon and butter drippings that were left from the potatoes. It was, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon. And then I put in like 2 heaping tablespoons of onion. So now we're going to saute our onion and a little bit of bell pepper. And in the meantime, so I'm going to use mozzarella cheese in this breakfast casserole and cheddar. I've got a bag of mozzarella cheese that I've had since I made the spaghetti video, and I need to do something with it. I don't want it to ruin, so we're going to add both in here, and we're just going to layer this casserole. So while these are sauteing, it's just barely above low. I don't want these to brown. Anyway, I'm going to get out my block of cheddar cheese and start grating some cheese. Okay, y'all, I'm getting ready to crack these eggs. I just washed these 5, and for reference, this is a large egg from the grocery store. I don't know if you can tell just how big these eggs are. They're huge. I do not know what kind of eggs. I think he said hen eggs. And this will only be the second time I've used these eggs. I used one the other day with a pie, and it had 2 yolks in it, so I don't know if that's going to be the same for all of these, but we're about to find out. But anyway, that's a large egg, so if any of y'all happen to know what kind of eggs these might be, could you let me know, please? And I wanted to show you my helper. Am I doing it right, Sweetie? Her name is Sweetie. She's a rag doll. You're a pretty girl. You're a pretty girl. Yep, that's my helper. That's what she does anytime I'm cooking. She comes in here and watches to make sure I'm doing it all right. Okay. My bowl. I'll put that egg back up in a minute. Oh yes, these are most definitely double yolk eggs. So seriously, if anybody happens to know what kind of eggs these are, I'd sure love to know. I've never had any double yolk eggs before. Hand real quick. Just to show y'all, 5 eggs, 10 yolks. So yeah, that's plenty. All right, these whisked up. They're beautiful, beautiful yolks. But I've absolutely never had an egg before that had. Did I just? Yes, I did. Just slung egg straight out the side. Of course I did. If I'm not making a mess, I'm not me. Okay, y'all. I took an 8x8. You want to grease it, you can use spray or you can use butter. I always use butter. You probably think I need a bigger dish than this, and that's possible. But I want it this size. So on the bottom, we're going to add probably a little over half of our potatoes. Yeah, I'd say I'll put a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay. So I can raise y'all up. Okay. Hope this works. Let's see. I'll notoriously knock this thing over if I try to raise it up too high. All right, let's see if this works. Potatoes on bottom. We're going to put a little bit of our onion and bell pepper. It's gonna, not easy to spread out like this. And I probably cooked them a little too long, but this is how I like them. Most people, when they make it like this, they leave them, you know, pretty large. I don't like it that way, so. All right, we're going to take some of our sausage. Okay. Now, I'll put mozzarella on this layer. Now, the only thing that's not cooked are the eggs. So, and the cheese, you know, will need to be melted. Everything else is already cooked. So this will take, I preheated my oven to, I preheated it to 375, but as soon as I actually put this in the oven, I'm going to turn around and turn it down to 350. That's 180 Celsius. Okay. I think that's good. That at least takes care of half of this bag. I just really needed to get it used up, y'all. So now more potatoes. Okay. So the rest of our potatoes. Get the rest of our onion and bell pepper in here. Wish y'all could smell my kitchen just from these onions and the sausage cooking. And I apologize for my voice being so scratchy, y'all. I cut grass yesterday, and unfortunately I'm allergic to everything outside. And it's usually when the wind's blowing. You know, and we had a lot of rain come through yesterday. I didn't get any, but parts of town got a lot. So potatoes, our onion, and our bell pepper. Rest of our sausage. I should just do this with my hand, probably. Just kind of spread it all around. I'm so excited for this. I'm hungry. Of course, I just love these. I'm honest with you, I'm not a big fan of getting up in the morning and eating breakfast. But I love breakfast food, just not necessarily for breakfast. But for me, especially, this is a great way for me to cook breakfast for people when I don't want to get up in the morning and make breakfast. All right, y'all. Slinging the sausage all over the place. Don't that look good? Now here's our cheddar that I just shredded. Let's see. I think I'm going to put the eggs on first. So here's our 5/10 10 eggs. I'm very serious about, though, if y'all happen to know what kind of eggs these are. Now we're going to add our cheese. Or that's the way I normally do frittatas. So, plus we've got cheese in the center, so it only makes sense to come back and add. the rest of it to the top. And the reason I wanted to use this dish as opposed to a long one is so, you know, when I cut these, because I'm going to let this cool, you know, I'm going to eat a piece today, obviously. And then I'm going to let this cool all the way off. And then I'm going to cut these into, you know, decent sized chunks. And I'm going to freeze them, and I'm going to put them in saran wrap. And then into a freezer safe bag. And just get one out as I want it. So I want a big chunk. So I'll have double sausage, double everything. What y'all think? That look good? Sure looks good to me. Okay. 350 oven, somewhere around, let's say 30 minutes. If it takes any longer, it's going to be because I used this thick of a dish as opposed to, you know, a thin one. So I'll see y'all in 30-ish minutes. And there she is. 30 minutes. Very, very hot. So I'm not gonna risk getting burned right now. I'm gonna let this sit here for a few minutes and calm down, cool off a little, and then I'll be back and we'll cut into her. Smells so good and looks so good. I won't last long, but I'm gonna leave it for just a couple minutes, so I'll be back. Okay, y'all. I can't wait any longer. I already know for sure I'm going to make a mess getting this out of here. Just fair warning. Don't expect it to be pretty because it won't be. And this is still really hot. Yeah, I'm going to make a mess. See if I can do it with a spoon. Oh. Bottom a little bit. That's what I get for using a butter knife. So you can see in there. Oh, that looks so good. I know this is very, very hot. Mm. Breakfast casserole. Y'all gotta try it. This is delicious. This is so. I know I say that about everything, but eggs, onions, potatoes, sausage, cheese, bell pepper. What's not to love? Thank y'all for watching.